Hey everybody, Tricia Brouk here, founder of the Big Talk Academy, award-winning director and author. I am so excited for this next series of the Big Talk on my YouTube channel. We have 17 speakers who spoke at the Big Talk Academy's virtual showcase, and each one of them is unique. Each one of them is incredible. They all bring a very special idea to the table, and they all deliver in a very powerful and unique way. I am super excited for you to be introduced to each speaker from the Big Talk Academy's January 7th virtual showcase. Enjoy. Dr. Sharon Spano is a business strategist, executive coach, and speaker who strengthens business leaders to develop healthier family relationships in support of business growth and sustainability. Sharon is the author of The Pursuit of Time and Money and the host of the weekly podcast, The Other Side of Potential. Please welcome Dr. Sharon Spano with Our Hope for Systemic Change Starts with Our Sense of Belonging.
Our sense of belonging begins with the family. Our collective society is in chaos. Homelessness, mass shootings, and even genocide have become the norm. And now, insurrection in the United States of America. But there's hope, and that hope lies with our children, because when a child knows where he belongs, he matures into an adult who has the power to change the world. Family systems theory defines the family as a complex social system where members interact with one another to influence each other's behavior. Your unique family system has the potential to deepen or destroy your sense of belonging. I know this because by the time I was 5 years old, I already knew that I didn't belong anywhere. When a child has no sense of belonging, the world can spin into a cycle of chaos and poor choices. The rippling effect of one child's suffering is a chaotic society where no one belongs and everyone suffers. Our sense of belonging is rooted in the family system. And when we can accept the realities of this first system with all its imperfections, we come to know our rightful place in the world. Consider then what it means to belong in a family system. Our solar system, for example, is made up of a myriad of uniquely ordered systems, each with a specific place and purpose. There are also multiple systems where we as human beings belong with a specific place and purpose. And the first system we experience is our family system. From the first moment of conception, the fetus is nested in the multiple systems of the mother's physical, emotional, and psychological world. As the child continues to develop, she formulates a sense of belonging based on her experience in the family. If that system is healthy, she'll develop a healthy sense of belonging. If, however, that family is broken or traumatized, her sense of belonging will be compromised. We lose our sense of belonging when the family is disrupted. And disruption can look like many things: divorce, job loss, addiction. On a global scale, disruption is far more serious as children and families are being ripped apart for the sake of political agendas. Our intrinsic need to belong is so powerful, we will do anything just to belong. Belonging is the subconscious reward for those who take a violent stand in our society. Groups like ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and MS-13 are examples of people who crave belonging, no matter the cost. As the African proverb states, the child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. The family structure is also vital to our sense of belonging in this village called life. A child's developmental path might include a blended family with multiple parents or even two parents of the same gender. In cultures experiencing the effects of ongoing war and trauma, a child may have no clear sense of the family system or structure at all. As a society, we cannot defeat the intrinsic need to belong with vengeful acts of terror that only disrupt the lives of more children and their families. The costs are far too high. What we can do is begin to see our own family through different eyes so that we're empowered to respond to the suffering of others with innovative solutions that unite rather than divide. But remember this, no matter the structure of the family, you're conceived from one mother and one father. And your sense of belonging is intrinsically linked to these two people. This bond cannot be broken and ideally should be honored if you're to fully realize where you belong. To deny this bond is to deny who you are. I'm reminded of my own history. After my parents' divorce, my sister and I were uprooted and forced to live with our father's large extended family. We were two small children with essentially no parents, and the heated disputes in the family sent a very clear message. We were not wanted. At the age of 5, I took on the role of protective mother for my baby sister, and in doing so was pushed out of order in the family system. The impact of family disruption is even greater when it affects a race or culture over time. World events such as slavery and the Holocaust are but a few reminders of how family trauma flows through generations, and in doing so affects us all as a collective society. The good news, we are now entering and experiencing one of the most important evolutionary moments in world history. Those who have been excluded from the larger system, from Black Lives Matter to the LGBTQ and everything in between, far more than labels, these are people crying out for reconciliation across all systems in our society. These voices long to be heard, to heal, and to belong. Those of us who fear these voices do so because we fear losing our own place in society. Our challenge is to train our hearts and minds to see the family as a whole system so that we can discover the toxic patterns that have caused universal suffering. Only then can the tension, pain, and yes, even secrets be released so that we can respond in ways that will heal and create a sacred space for reconciliation. When I learned to see my own family as a whole system that included war, loss, and abuse, the narrative shifted from all about me as an abandoned child to all about them as parents who've endured. Was survivor's guilt and the wartime death of my father's younger brother the cause of his alcohol abuse? Did my mother abandon us by choice, or was she simply ill-equipped to parent as a result of being orphaned and abused as a child? I've learned that I don't have to know the answers to these questions. I only need wonder. Victimization is a dark cloud that smothers the life force. When I can acknowledge the pain and suffering that flows through my ancestry, the dark energy in the system opens to the light of compassion so that healing and forgiveness can emerge. I'm then free to stand in my full potential as a change maker. You too can restore your sense of belonging. Together, we can affect systemic change and heal our collective society. And it begins right now with you and with me in this very moment. Thank you.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Big Talk Academy's virtual showcase supporting these incredible speakers. If you have the desire to speak on my virtual stage, go to thebigtalkacademy.com for more information. This is a 12-week certification speaker training program that is going to give you everything that you need to have the global impact you desire. And if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you get access to all of our latest episodes. I love having you here, and I always respond to the comments. Big love.